Assalamualaikum teman-teman. Kali ini, kita sudah masuk di transit gate 18 dan gate ini adalah the gate of judgment. Tapi, kalau kita lihat ya, path of transformation-nya bisa jadi dari correction, improvement, dan integration. Oke, so, berbeda dari energi transit minggu lalu, yaitu 46 yang fokusnya lebih ke vitality, dan life force ya, trusting the container, the physical container of the body to deliver the message of your soul atau to, practice the mission of your soul ya. Nah, energi minggu ini berbeda, it's more of mental energy. Tapi karena sama-sama di Libra season and Libra is all about relationship and it's all about balance. Kalau 46 the balance between your physical, self and your inner energetic self. Kalau kali ini it's about your, mental self dan, your instinct atau your, perception, how you see reality and how reality actually is. Dan itu kenapa gate ini disebut the gate of correction. Karena this is awareness of what can be corrected or not. And sometimes, menurut pandangan kita, something is wrong, but in actuality, it's not wrong. It's just wrong from our perception. So this is balancing between our understanding, our awareness, the filter that we use to see the world, and the world in its actuality atau the real world, ya. Because everybody, masing-masing dari kita pasti punya lensa yang kita pakai untuk menilai, segala sesuatu yang terjadi di kehidupan kita sehari-hari, dalam hubungan kita dengan orang lain ya, and so most conflicts occur, konflik-konflik itu terjadi karena adanya perbedaan pandangan, ya kan, perbedaan, mmm, pendapat juga ya, dan opinion is actually the balancing gate of this transit ya. So gate 17 is the gate of opinions, which is looking at, all the patterns, that is available to us and making opinions atau translating them into a language that we and other people understand. Nah, masing-masing pasti ada, pitfall-nya atau ada shadow-nya ya. Dan shadow kali ini untuk gate, 18 which is tadi gate of correction, gate of improvement is actually judgment. That we judge things as wrong, as bad, as unvaluable, when actually everything that God has created carries wisdom, carries lessons, and carries value. Oke, jadi, ini, Jinki 18, we're talking about mental judgment. Jadi judgments that are based on how we view the world through our mental construct. Dan mental construct ini biasanya terbentuk dari pola-pola hubungan kita dengan orang tua, atau belief system yang sudah terbentuk dari masa kecil, atau, all the, education that we received ya, that we are using now to understand the world. Now, sometimes if what we are seeing does not match what we believe, then we cast judgment. And judgment actually is not wrong in itself karena it is embedded in us as human beings. Manusia akan selalu punya apa ya? This is instinctive ya. To cast judgment is instinctive. However, when the judgment is based on this mental viewing of things rather than the inner viewing of things. Dan inner viewing ini artinya apa? That you see things from a deeper sense. You see things from the lens of wisdom atau understanding that everything happens for a reason and God doesn't make anything in waste. Jadi nggak ada yang sia-sia di hidup ini dan segala sesuatu itu pasti ada artinya. There are no coincidence. So even though we might see something as bad, it might not be that bad. It might be a lesson for us. It might be sesuatu yang memang harus kita lalui. Coba diingat-ingat, sometimes, eee, ada hal yang menurut kita baik, tetapi pada saat, mmm, ya after quite a while ya, kita baru tahu, oh ternyata yang dulu itu nggak sebaik itu. Like for example, you might, um, marry someone that you think is the best person in the world, only to find out later that, oh, that they cheated on you, misalnya seperti itu ya. Atau kamu misalnya, masuk kuliah yang sebenarnya bukan jurusan, yang kamu pengen gitu karena, mmm, mungkin nilainya, nggak cukup gitu, and you feel so bad about it. You feel that your self-worth and your confidence is very much affected by it. However, because you go through the process, with, acceptance ya, and with devotion gitu, you actually manage to make that, major, something, that can benefit you in your career or atau in your work, and in your future life gitu. So, banyak sekali cerita-cerita yang membahas ini ya, mmm about things that we thought are wrong, but then turned out to be right, atau things that are right, but then turned out to be wrong. However, let's go back to Gate 18. So, Gate 18 ini, it's actually talking about letting go of that judgment atau that mental construct, and to understand where that mental construct came from. Karena biasanya itu terbentuk di, lingkungan kita waktu kecil gitu, and it is usually formed by the belief system of our parents atau our school, our teachers ya, and religion and so on. So, um, so here, kita diminta untuk imagine what our life would be without our mind making these judgments. When we just sunk into the inherent perfection of it all. Because perfection isn't a judgment, it's a cellular knowing. Because we as human beings are already perfect, yeah, as creations of God. We are already perfect. We have two eyes, we have two legs, we have uh, a perfect body. And it is something to be grateful for. It's something to acknowledge as a privilege, acknowledge as something that does not, we don't need to cast judgment. Kayak balik lagi ke gate 46 kemarin, that we need to love this body. We need to love our internal and external makeup gitu. And to be in integrity. Integrity meaning that you own every part of you. And integrity juga means that you need to love every part of you, even the parts that you think are not worthy, even the part that is very judgmental of you. Your inner critic, yeah, the part of you that likes to blame, likes to um, feel inadequate, the part of you that probably feel not good enough. Yeah. So those are parts that need to be integrated. Integrated means that you accept them, that you love them, and that you understand that they are there because there is a reason, there is a function. They are serving higher purpose, and that purpose is for you to understand how to move through life, because those are coping mechanisms, and coping mechanisms are there to ensure your survival. So it is not, apa ya, it's not a bad thing to have all those, parts that you might be judgmental of. This is actually an opportunity to embrace all of that. Nah, kita masuk ke transit kali ini, this is a very, timely transit ya, karena kalau kita lihat matahari gate 18 tadi the gate of correction atau judgment, lalu, earthing gate-nya adalah gate 17, gate of opinions ya, and creating opinions out of our patterns. Dan kalau kita lihat south node and north node juga sama, cuman kebalik. Kalau, north node which is arah, pertumbuhan atau evolusi dari jiwa kita itu ada di gate 17, which is gate of tadi opinion, dan, south node-nya artinya what we need to let go of, what we need to leave behind, itu gate 18. So, it it is very timely dan tadi pada saat saya mau recording, jamnya itu jam 17.18, which is a very, very, timely synchronicity gitu. Jadi, I just thought, "Okay, this is the right time to record this. Whatever I say in this recording is going to be, the message that I need to deliver," gitu ajalah. Ya, so, ini artinya apa? It means that jadi gate 18 with the shadow of judgment and that shadow of fearing authority. Kenapa fearing authority? Because when you judge other people, your brain does not make a difference between the judgment you make on other people and the judgment that you make on yourself. Yeah. So whenever we judge other people, we are also judging ourselves. Whatever we think of externally, artinya we project on other people, yeah, we are also doing that to ourselves internally. So that's why we are afraid of other people judging us. Kita takut gitu dengan orang-orang yang kayak misalnya waktu kita kecil kita takut dari orang tua kita, takut dari, apa ya, guru di sekolah mungkin, because we are afraid of their judgment. We are afraid, of course, of the punishment or the consequence of that judgment. However, in apa ya, secara DNA on a cellular level, that fear of authority, that fear of judgment, that fear of being wrong, ya, is the shadow of gate 18. Dan karena ini ada di South Node, it means that you need to let go of that. You need to let go of the need of acceptance and validation from other people and embrace your parts, embrace that part of you. And move into 17, which is opinion, having an opinion of your own, ya. And ini 18 kan di Libra, 17 di Aries. You can refer to video tentang lunar eclipse ya. Yang lalu I talk a lot about the South Node and North Node, Libra dan Aries, and the change that will happen next year. Oke, jadi ini balik lagi gate 18 is the gate of correction, which is awareness of what can be corrected or not. Ya, and this is collective energy, artinya don't use this on people or individuals. This is an energy that we can use to better the collective. Better the collective itu artinya apa? To create positive change overall, yeah. And it starts with ourselves. It starts by us looking at the patterns that are not working anymore in our lives and in our relationships and letting go of that. And if we see other people, atau it will be very natural for us to be judgmental of other people di transit ini gitu. But just be aware that these are just the energy. It's not truly something that is inherently in them gitu ya. If you want to apa ya, judge someone atau start a debate or quarrel with someone, di minggu ini please make sure that you're doing it based on factual data atau and not just opinions ya. Tapi you already have evidence that back up what you're saying, okay? Because ini sangat rawan untuk projecting with our own opinions and our own thought on other people. Oke, I think ini channel yang menghubungkan gate 18, yang terhubung dengan gate 18 which is gate 58, which is the gate of vitality. Dan ini temanya hampir mirip dengan gate 46 kemarin, tapi bedanya kalau gate of vitality karena ada di root, which is about centering yourself atau grounding you, ya. So this is grounding you in your body, grounding you in seeing life as perfect, seeing life like a child, following your joy, following your bliss and happiness, ya. Jadi this is the gate of joy, it's the fuel and pressure to find the vitality in life. Dan ini maksudnya apa? Channel 18 dan 58, it tells you that whatever you want to correct, whatever you think needs to be improved, needs to come from a place of innocence, from the pure intention of creating beauty and joy in life. Yeah. That's why we need to let go of judgment and see it as progress. Not seeking perfection, just accept that perfection is something in it, ya. Jadi sudah, it's the nature of everything, bahwa Tuhan sudah menciptakan segala sesuatu itu sesuai apa yang seharusnya, gitu. And so we don't need to judge things as perfect or imperfect, ya. So this correction, improvement, and integration, okay? Dan lagi-lagi, because this is Libra, and Libra is about tadi, keeping the harmony, keeping the balance, using diplomacy in order to deliver your thought, communicate in soft and diplomatic manner, ya. Jangan selalu menggunakan palunya, but remember that you are here to balance that energy of inner judgment with your ability to relate to that joy and innocence, and also diplomacy in your communication. So ini ada perceiver, itu juga salah satu sebutan untuk gate ini, which is higher reality perceives the mind not as mere functions of the human brain, but as a mental body or plane woven into the living aura. This mental body is both an individual construct in the human auric field and a great plane that unites all human beings as one. Ya, jadi it means that this energy is collective, artinya we are all connected in our mental realm, in our mental bodies, and there is wisdom, yeah, in seeing things from a higher perspective, dan tidak terperangkap dengan the small details of mundane life. Karena what usually happens in the shadow of gate 18 adalah we get stuck in the small details of everyday life, and we start judging atau blaming, yeah, other people for those things that we think are not right. Jadi kayak misalnya apa ya, rumah berantakan gitu, terus menyalahkan salah satu pihak, atau di rumah, atau ada yang mungkin terlambat gitu, and ada miskomunikasi di situ. So these small things, yeah, tend to be seen from a larger apa ya, larger view, ya, as faults atau sebagai kesalahan yang begitu besar, when in actuality we need to use this energy to uh, pave a path that will benefit all of us, yeah, in the long term. So for this transit, there are lots of things that are going to happen. Just lay back, yeah, be open-minded, accept whatever is happening, don't be in resistance, okay? Tadi, there is so much of that judgment and blame energy at the moment. Don't get sucked into that, yeah? Regardless of how loud it sounds, you will overcome all obstacles, okay? And look for source of your problems and eliminate it. Jadi, this is a good way to use your energy to see what is not going right in your life at the moment, in your work, in your relationships, yeah? And see what you can do to eliminate that disruption, okay? Be prepared for change, stick your goals, and see what happens. Lalu, what helps, yeah? Tolerance, the ability to look at things from different perspectives, tadi, gate 17, and mental flexibility. Lalu what hinders? Mistrust, reliance on other people's opinions, yeah, seeking validation, dogmatism, excessive self-criticism, and rigidity, okay? Now, ini tentang the victim, which is victim of judgment, tadi udah dijelaskan, dilemma, flaws, atau kesalahan, kekurangan yang in our eyes, we think that they are fatal, mungkin ya, when actuality, in reality, it might be just different point of views, okay? Lalu represifnya adalah inferiority, reaktifnya adalah superiority, which is tadi, the fear of authority, fearing the consequences that that we are wrong atau that we made a mistake ya. Oke, kita langsung ke sini. Gene Key-18 disebut the healing power of the mind meskipun adanya di spleen ya. However, the spleen is connected directly to the mind, especially tadi gate 17, lalu gate 47 dan gate 62 ya. Enggak, maaf, kebalik. Gate 4 lalu gate 63. Okay, because this is the logical circuit. Okay, so grounding gate-nya 17 tadi judgment. When you release judgment and you embrace difference of opinions, yeah, you can have farsightedness. Artinya you can see things in the long run, and you can be able to integrate the events atau the parts of you that are appearing right now because you know the higher purpose of all of it. And then this will lead you to have omniscience is of course um, is only something that we prescribe to God, ya. Begitu juga perfection. So this is as if we are able to see things at a higher perspective and see things that are created by God as perfect because they are. Oke, oh ya, dan ini bagian dari codon ring of matter. Ini maksudnya apa? It means that these are actually the gates that govern our physical body and our physical experience in this life ya. Maybe I'll talk about this later. Tapi untuk gate 18 saya rasa sudah cukup. Terima kasih. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.